In today's session of this Python, we discuss about if, then if else. The first one is if it is only one-way branching. If else is two-way branching. If, then elif, elif, and else. This is multi-way branching. Unlike C, C++, Java, we don't have any switch case in the Python.
I can't see your screen.
Sorry. Yes, see. These statements today we discuss. If else, if elif, and else. Okay. If you look at languages like C or C++, you find their switch case. Switch case we use for multi-way branching. But in Python, we don't have such construct. It is only if condition. With that, we need to evaluate. Whether it's one-way branching or two-way branching or multi-way branching, we need to do with the if else, or if elif, and else. Like that we have to use. So if is what basically conditional statement. Depending on the condition, that may execute some piece of code. If the condition is false, it may execute some other piece of code. So in such cases, we go with the else. So if why we use if? When you have to evaluate conditionally something, when you have to execute conditionally something, in such cases we use the if condition or if statement. If statement requires a argument as Boolean expression that has to evaluate a true value or a false value. Okay, so here I would like to give an example for that. Something like here, even number or odd number we need to find, even or odd. On what basis we find whether the given number is an even or not? We divide with 2. If the remainder is 0, it's even, else we say it as odd. Since we human beings, we have inbuilt intelligence, we can easily do that. But when it comes to any program, we need to clearly state in the we clearly have to write in the statement that condition, then it gets executed. Okay, so first I try to show you one-way branching. I launch here again Visual Studio Code. Okay, so this was datetime example. A new file I want to create and use here Python language. Okay, so in this, what exactly I do? Example to demonstrate if statement. Okay, here normally why we are writing the program, you need to write, then you put the author name, author, something like ASR we put here, then date. Okay, so date we put, followed by today's date, it can be put here. I write in the MMDDYY notation. Sorry, see, this is date 18, then 6, followed by 2021. The next thing here, this program finds, prints whether the given number is even or odd. Okay, so here we write the purpose or subject. Now very first thing is we need to input a number. So for inputting number, first I go with the try block. Then I write here except, put colon, then here print invalid input. If there is any error, we print this as invalid input. Okay, invalid number format, otherwise I say invalid number, that is enough. Now I come to this point here, then I would like to read a number. So I declare variable num. Here I just go with the typecasting int, here input, then write enter any number. So the user has to enter some number. The enter any number is nothing but prompt, which prompts user to enter some number. Then I need to now compare. So what conditional operator I have to use here? I have to use percent symbol. Num percent 2. This is what modulus operator we have. This equal to if this is 0. Then see indentation how it is working. First of all, try is a block. In the try block, we need to move by some 6 spaces here. Then to the right side we are coming, and in this we are inputting a number. After that, we are trying to go with a condition. Here if condition we use, condition is what here? If num percent 2 is 0, then it has to print the number as even, else it has to print the number as odd. For that purpose, I declare a variable yes, even number I write. Like this, even number I put. Okay. Then after that, what I do here, s equal to, sorry, here I put odd number, not even. I put this as odd number. So s here is even number. I write this as even number. Then I should come to beginning. It's not part of if now. So I go with the print. Then first I should put here n, comma. Then I put here simply double quotes. Again I go with the comma. Here I print s. Like this, I can print it. What exactly the program is going to do? It's going to take input as integer. Then after that, just I am assigning odd number to s. By default, what I assume, entered number is an odd number. So this is basically a counter example I am taking here. Then what I do, if num percent 2 is 0, when I divide number with 2, if the remainder is 0, just assign s equal to even number. Suppose it's not 0, what happens? It will not modify anything. This is going to be odd number only. But whenever the condition is met, s is here what? Even number. After that, I try to print this. So this program is using if condition. So using that, we are finding out when we divide the number with 2, whether remainder is 0. If remainder is 0, in such cases, it's going to say s is even number. Otherwise, s is odd number. So at last it prints, it is not n, this gives error, I should write num. Okay, so print num, then followed by space we give, then we write s. Like this, we print this. Okay, save as, here I write even or odd. I print like that, even or odd. Just save it. Now let me run this. For that I go to command prompt. From there I run it. I should change to G drive. Then in this Python CSV is a folder. So the file name is even or odd. Then write Python even or odd.py. So it asks enter a number. I enter 34. It says 34 even number. Similarly, I try with some 21. What it says 21 odd number. Again, I go with this, then I enter some SD. It says invalid number. So in the first case, I entered 34, it's even number. In the second case, I've entered 21, which is nothing but odd number. But in the third case, I'm using here SD, which is nothing but string, which is not actually a number. It doesn't contain digits. So whenever it's trying to convert into integer, it is error. This is going to be getting failed because the string cannot be converted to number. What I entered here is complete string which doesn't contain any digits. So digits we cannot convert into number, therefore it was giving error there. So what it says in such cases, invalid number. Like this is working. So we use here try catch blocks. We have a try block, then we have a catch block, and here indentation we use at the block level. So whenever you go with indentation, these are going to be working at the same level. These three lines, 7 and 8, and also line number 11, they're at the same level. But when you go with the if condition, this is also at the same level, but whatever code you have within the if condition, it is actually, it's a code related to if condition block. So in this try block, we have three simple statements, and other one is what? A conditional statement, which is creating another block. So in that block is equal to even number we have written. So like this, we use the if condition in one-way branching. It's not two-way branching here, it is a one-way branching. Like this, we have written the code for the if condition. If num%2 is 0, s is even number, otherwise it says invalid number. Okay, so this program is finding out whether the given number is an even number or odd number. And we use in this try catch or try except to find out runtime errors. When runtime error occurs here, using except, we are catching it nicely. So program will not crash. Otherwise, there is a possibility of crashing the application. So application should not be crashed. For that purpose, whenever there is any runtime error, we come to except part. Here possibility is what? We may enter some ABC. So it is nothing but exception. User can enter anything. When user enters something wrong, the program has to inform user you have entered something wrong. In the same manner, we are doing it here. So this program has demonstrated the if condition. Now let us create one more program in which what we do, we try to find out result. So result is either pass or fail. Okay, we try to do this either pass or fail, but this is here two-way branching. Using two-way branching, we do it. So first what we do, we find result, then we go with the division. So in such cases, we can go with the if, elif like that we use. But first we find out the result. To find out result, I take an example of student. Student has some name like XYZ. You can think it as some XYZ name. Okay, the student has here three different subjects. Subject 1, then we say subject 2, and other thing is subject 3. Okay, here condition is what? In every subject, student should get a minimum of 40 marks. If the student is getting in any subject less than 40 marks, what happens in such cases? The student has to fail. Here condition is what? In every subject, student should get at least 40 marks. Then in such cases, the student is going to pass. So for that now, we write a program. So this is going to be a new program we write here. New file, and in this, I just close this here. Again, I choose put Python. Yes. So I don't write again those comments because that's normal practice we need to have. Now in this, what I do, I need to take three inputs. Okay, we need to take 3 inputs here. Based on that, we need to find out. Let us go with the try here again. Try, sorry, try we do, then again except, we put like this. Okay, then here print invalid data entered. We put like this. But here now we declare variables s1, then s2, then s3 equal to, we put just like 0. Like this also you can put. So what we do here, it's assumed that student failed. Like this, we write like that. And on top of that, we declare a variable name. So name we put, name equal to input, enter student name. We put like this. So this is going to input a name. Okay. Then here S1, S2, S3 are 3 subjects. We assume like that. S1 is first subject, S2 is second subject, S3 is another subject. Or else for readability purpose, we can put here subject 1. We can write this as subject 2. Names also should have meaning. So whatever variables you declare, they should have meaningful names always. Then user who is going through your code can easily understand. If you say A, B, C, it's confusing. So at least when you put sub 1, they think it as subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, or if possible, you can go with the full name. You can put this as here subject 1. Okay, subject 1 we say, then subject 2 we say. Okay, then other thing is what here? Subject 3 we put. Okay, so here also I slightly change for, here I close double quotes, then I put here the name, then here again I go with double quotes. Like this, we are going to print that. Now in this, we need to input subject 1 equal to here input. So input, but input also has to be converted to integer. int input, here write enter marks in subject 1. Marks of subject 1, you can put like this. Okay, in the same way, we go with the subject 2, subject 3 as well. Okay, put here subject 2, then I write this as subject 2. Now I go with the subject 3 here. Subject 3, then this is subject 3. So what we do here, we enter marks for 3 subjects. Now here in this, I need to compare. I go with the if condition. So in the if condition, okay, what I do here, I can write in the statement like this. Subject 1 greater than or equal to 40. This is the first condition. Then I have to go with the AND operator. Logical AND operator I have to use. Subject 2 greater than or equal to 40 again. Then I say again AND. Then subject 3 greater than or equal to 40. So in such cases, now it goes with the indentation. In such cases, what should happen? Result has to be pass. But we haven't taken anything like result here. Okay, even result you can take on the top. Result equal to empty string we put here. We assume empty result is empty. Okay. Here what I do, result equal to, I put this as pass. So else I should come to this again, result, else also you should have a colon, else result, this is fail. Like this we write. Like this I have created if condition. Then now try to print. Print here student. The name of the student is what here? We need to put that name. Okay. So no space after this. Put like this. Then result is I go with this. Then here we put comma. Then put here result. Like this we can print. What is happening in this? In the try block, we declared three different variables, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. All of them contain a value 0. They are going to contain a value 0. So next thing here, subject 1, input enter marks of subject 1. Input enter marks of subject 2. Input enter marks of subject 3. Like this also we write. Okay. Then here we compare. Subject 1 marks if they are greater than or equal to 40, and subject 2 marks if they are greater than or equal to 40, and subject 3 marks if they are greater than or equal to 40. In such cases, result is pass, else result is fail. Then we print the result. So like this here we have written the if condition. Okay, here we are using if condition. Using that we are trying to find out whether result is pass or fail. Okay, now let us save this and execute. I say this as results. Save it. Now come to this part, then write Python results.py. We execute this. So it's saying here some error. Okay, where is the problem in that? The name is, I think, what name we have in that? Let us see. I come to command prompt, then I type dir results res star I put. So this can print all the, this is results.py file. But what I gave in that, what was the error? I gave same thing. Okay, one more double quote has come. Due to that, that was giving error. Extra double quote is in that. So that gave error. Now again come to this prompt. So here let us execute. So we need to enter now name. Enter ASR. So why it is giving like this when we go with the name ASR? Let us check that. Enter student name we are saying. So why this is error? We get here name equal to, okay, just put NAM. We are going to input that, and here we say this as NAM. Fine. So again we try to execute this piece of code. Enter this as ASR. So in line number 19 it's saying, okay, in line number 19 there is some error. It is NAM we need to put. But why it is invalid? That cannot be invalid, but try to again run this. Enter ASR. invalid data entered ASR, it is assumed the student failed. So why it says like this here? We have gone name, input, enter student name. There is nothing wrong in that. We are inputting from the keyboard. Then here we are going with the try catch block. So in this subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, we are declaring. Okay. Then where can be the problem for us? Subject 1 we take, subject 2 we take. Then except we have here. When I go with the enter name, probably here we have the issue. Okay, subject 1 and subject 2 we have here. I think this is the issue we are getting. Then inside this we write 0 and here also we try to assign 0. That might be causing some problem for us. Again go with the Python statement here, enter ASR. That was a problem. Enter marks of subject 1, enter this as 56, then enter 57, enter 89. So what it says, student ASR's result is pass. It's saying this as here pass. Again I give here different result. Again I enter ASR, then 99 I enter, 99 I enter, then the other one is actually 39 I enter. So in such cases it says ASR's result is fail. So in the first case it was pass, in the second case it's fail. So we are getting result as here fail. So like this is working. So based on the condition, it is working. So whenever we give here subject 1 marks, either 40 or more than 40, then the result is pass, else result is getting failed here. Okay, so this program is basically evaluating this particular expression. Here we have 3 individual expressions. This is what it's a Boolean expression or logical expression we say. And this is another expression. This is what third expression. So 3 expressions we are combining using AND operator. AND operator can combine Boolean expressions here. So 3 Boolean expressions, when all of them are evaluating true, it is going to be true, otherwise it's going to be false. Upon this is returning a true value, result is pass, else result will be fail here. Okay, so result will be fail. Now we have seen this. So what I ask you, okay, same program you rewrite. Later on you can write it. Same program you rewrite using OR operator, not AND operator. Here I have used which operator? And I used here. Instead of AND, you try to use OR operator, try to rewrite it. You can rewrite using OR operator. Here I am using AND. When you use OR, how you are going to write that code? So try to think about that. Instead of using AND operator, go with the OR operator, then you try to rewrite. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can type in the chat, Swati. In the chat window, you can type it.
Okay.
So this is basically using AND operator. We are evaluating this combined Boolean expression. It is containing 3 individual Boolean expressions or logical expressions. We combined them and we got a new expression. This is going to return a true value when all the combining expressions are returning true. If any one of them is false, all are false, then in such cases, the newly formed expression, combined expression, will return only false value. When all of the combining expressions are returning true, the newly combined one will return a true value. Else, it's going to be returning a false value. So like this, here we have the Boolean expression using if condition we have done. This is fine. So next step in this is, I want to find out grade. Okay, so for grade, what we consider, suppose we need to find out grade. So for finding out grade, I have to see 2 things. One is what? Result is pass. The basic condition is what? Result is pass. But if result is pass straight away, we can't award grade. So in such cases, we see the total marks. Okay. So total marks we consider. Total marks, suppose you have total marks. If total marks, if they are greater than or equal to, say, some 240, then you get A grade. Okay. Similarly, if total marks greater than or equal to 150 but less than 240, okay, and less than 240, in such cases it is B grade. Similarly, if total marks greater than or equal to, it is what, 80%, this is not 150, it's 180, sorry, it's 180. Now if it is 150 and if it is less than 180, it is what, C grade. Else we need to go with the D grade. So like this we need to get the grades. A grade, B grade, C grade and D grade depending on the total marks. And other thing is what here, when result is pass. If the result is fail, grade is going to be nil. Okay. So if result is pass, we go with the grade. Otherwise, if result is fail, in that case, the grade is going to be nil. Like that we need to print. So when do we get A grade? When total marks are greater than or equal to 240. If the marks, total marks are greater than or equal to 180 and less than 240, we go with the B grade. Similarly, if total marks are greater than or equal to 150 but less than 180, this is not 160, less than 180. So in such cases, this is going to be C grade, else it is going to be D grade. D grade means what? It's less than 150 marks. The total marks are less than 150. So in such cases, we get D grade. So here now further we need to extend same program. We got result, but next step is what, we need to find out the grade. Now come to this piece of code. We are getting here result. Okay. Next step in this, what we do, we go in this way. Fine. Here we define now total marks. This is equal to subject 1. Then write here plus subject 2. Then write plus subject 3. We have total 3 subjects. We are adding here. Then we get the total marks. Now condition is what here? We go with this. If what we write, result, the parentheses are not required. If result equal to, we put this as fail. So in such cases, what we do, print here, print we do, then write first thing in double quotes, we put like result, okay, followed by here we go with the result, then we put here comma the total marks, we put like this, then here we put colon again, come to this point here, then say total marks, comma here grade, we put this, then here we can write it as D grade. This will be exactly what D grade we have, grade D. Whenever the student is failing, it's nothing but D grade. Now suppose result is not fail, that means what, result is pass. Then I write here elif. Okay, we need to go with the, not elif here, just go with the else part. We go with the else. Okay, that means result is pass. But here again I want to use if condition. Then I write here if condition. Then in this, the condition I need to write now. So total marks greater than or equal to 240. So in such cases, what I should do, right here grade, we have declared any grade on the top, total marks, and we haven't added any grade, I think. Okay, so total marks just we have here, but grade we don't have, declare grade. So grade equal to, here you can assume D, and you can put here after grade, you can put this as grade, like this you can put. So by default we are assuming D grade, but whenever it is, say total marks are greater than or equal to 240, then grade equal to, here we put A. Fine. So next condition is what here? Elif. Okay, multi-way branching we require here. Total marks, if they are greater than or equal to 150. So what should happen in such cases? This is what grade B. We put this as B grade. So else,
Can you check
again Elif.
once?
Yes.
Steve, can you check the chart once?
Okay. See, whenever you are evaluating multiple things, whenever you come to this point, exactly you have only two options. Result is fail or result is pass. Okay, what is happening with this? When result is fail, we come to this point. And again here you can see there are two possibilities. Here one is what? One is pass, other one is fail. Okay, so in such case what is happening? Subject 1, if it is greater or equal to 40, and subject 2 greater or equal to 40, subject 3 greater or equal to 40, we go with the just result pass, then we go with else. That means here we have only two options, either true or false. But in this case what is happening? We have multiple options. We have multiple options. Just true and false it's not. You go with the multiple options. Here possibilities are what? If total marks, if they are greater than or equal to 40, grade A you write. The next condition is what here? Elif we use, because multiple times we are going with the if, else if, else if, else if, like that. Instead of writing else if, what we write there? Elif. This is short form of the else if. Here only you have two possibilities. Either condition is true or condition is false. But in this case, what happens? The condition can be giving you multiple things. Total marks can be greater than or equal to 240. This can be true, or this also can be true. Okay, similarly, we go with one more, elif, then write here total marks, write here greater than or equal to, this is not 150, I should go with the 180. Fine, 180 this is. Then here it is 150, I put 150. So in such cases, I can write this as grade C. Grade equal to, we put C here. Else, now you can come to else part in this. Else, what we write is grade equal to D. Like this, we put this. Here, when you look at this particular example, what is happening? There are only two possibilities, either true or false. So that's why we have gone if and else. But here you have so many possibilities. First, what we write? If result equal to fail. Okay, if this condition is not getting satisfied, it comes to else part. In this else part, further I am writing if conditions. If total marks greater than or equal to 240, I put grade A. Suppose this is wrong. Okay, in that case, I should check another condition. So what is another condition? Total marks greater than or equal to 180. In that case, I write grade B. Even this may be wrong. I want to use, in that case, another condition. So what I write here, elif total marks greater than or equal to 150, I put grade C. But here when it comes to else, you don't check any other condition. Therefore, straight away, you can write D here. So with if, else, what happens? Condition you specify only once. If that is false, you come to else part. But here my requirement is what? I want to check multiple times. When result is pass, I want to go for multiple times checking total marks. Sometimes it can be greater than or equal to 240, or it can be 180. That means it may be greater than or equal to 180 but less than 240. Here it is greater than or equal to 150 but less than 180. So in such cases it can give C. So multiple times you need to check condition. Therefore we use here elif. If condition initially this is false, then whenever it is false, In that case, if you have to check another condition, you require elif. So it's nothing but if, else if, else if, else if kind of ladder we write in that way. So this is here giving you either A grade or B grade or C grade or D grade. At last we put else, because if none of the conditions are getting satisfied, therefore we come to grade D. Okay, so like this we have written. So grade D under what condition? When the marks are less than or equal less than 150, we get that. Now here print result we are printing, that is fine. The next thing is result we put, then total marks also we put in the same line. Right here total marks, put a colon, then this is write as total marks. Okay, similarly we go with grade, then put a colon, and here we can write this as, okay, we can put this as here grade. So in such cases we don't even require this one, we don't require any print statement, but that can give error for us. Okay, so this is going to give error if you don't have any statement, that can give error. So therefore we try to put here something like pass. We can put here in such cases a pass statement. Okay, that means without executing any piece of code, this is going to be getting passed. Like that you can put a pass keyword. This pass is actually belongs to here the Python. It's nothing related to result. Result pass fail, that is different, and this pass is actually a Python keyword when you don't want to execute any piece of code or when you don't have anything to execute. So in such cases you can just use the pass. That means what? Without executing anything, it is trying to just come away from that. So here at the end what we do, we print student name, result, total marks and grade. So like this has to work for us. Now let us execute this. I enter some ASR, then I need to enter subject 1 marks. I enter 99, then 99, 99. So what it says here, student ASR's result is pass, total marks 297, grade A, saying like this. Again I execute this, enter same name, then similarly I enter only 34 marks, 99 I enter 99. So what result do you expect here? Result is fail. Total marks you may get more than 150. Okay, 180, more than 180, nearly you get more than 200 marks, but still the grade is nil. D grade. We got D grade in this case. Okay, we are just getting D grade, but it's D grade only. Is it D grade? Just a minute, look at the code actually. How this can be D grade here? Okay, this must be some none we put otherwise. Okay, we can put this as none here because we have written already D there. So let us go with the none. A, whenever marks are more than 240, equal or more than 240, we have A grade. More than or equal to 180, this is B grade. More than or equal to 150, C grade. Else the result is pass, but here grade D you have. So none, it should be getting printed when the student is getting failed. So go with this now. Here write ASR, then enter just 34 marks. 99 we enter, 99 we enter. So what it says this time? Grade none. ASR's result is fail, total marks 232, grade is none. Though the marks are more than almost equal to 240 marks, the student is getting no grade. Reason? He has failed in one of the subjects. That's the reason we get in that way result. Okay, so once again I enter here some other chances. I enter again ASR, enter 50 marks every time, then 50 marks, again I enter 50 marks. So in such cases this must be C grade, I think. We are getting grade C. Result is pass, total marks 150, grade is C. Now I try to enter every mark as 40 only. So just enter 40, enter 45 this time, but I can enter 40 marks. So grade is what here? D grade. Result is pass, total marks 125, but grade is D. So like this is working. Okay, if you look at the code, you can once again ask any questions if you have. I typed the program in the chart window. You can just copy and put in some notepad kind of thing. Later on, you can further modify that piece of code. I kept that in the chart window. Okay. Have you copied that,
Sir, can
Swati?
you?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm doing that.
yes. Okay. So let me explain this once again. So in this, first of all, we enter name, then we input 3 subjects. Suppose in this process, if we don't enter the marks in a correct way, it comes to exception part, because we are putting this in the try catch block. If you enter some ABC instead of number, that's going to offend. It's nothing but exception. It can't convert into number. So therefore, immediately it comes to except part and program will end there. We assume that we entered everything correct. All the numbers are proper numbers. Then what we do in that, we first compare in every subject if it is greater than or equal to 40. So in every subject, when it is minimum marks are 40, then the result is pass. In any one subject also, if the person is getting less than 40, the result is fail, because we have used here and logical operator. With that we are comparing. When all the combining expressions are true, it returns true. So upon returning a true value, the result is what here, pass, else the result is fail. Then what we are doing, we are calculating subject 1, subject 2 and subject 3. You get total marks with that. Fine. Then after that, what we assume, grade equal to none, because we don't know anything about the outcome here. So therefore we assume by default grade is none. Then here we compare again. If result is pass, fail. When result is fail, we don't do anything, nothing is required. So therefore what we use here, pass we say. See, if you don't put any condition here, there can be problem. The Python code is going to be offending. It requires some code whenever you go with such condition. But we don't have any code to execute. Therefore, what we put, just we put pass. So when we put pass statement, it's going to ignore. Okay, whether there is any code or not, it doesn't bother. It's going to further go to the next piece of code. Okay, so using pass, you can ignore whether code is written or not. So if you don't have this pass, definitely it's going to be error. Let me execute and show you. It's immediately showing error. See, it's showing here error immediately, because there is no code for the result equal to fail. What I have written, if result equal to fail, there is no code. But when I put here a pass statement, the code will execute without any difficulty. That means it is ignoring whether you have written any code or not. So without writing code, if you simply create a block, it's nothing but error in the Python. In Python language, error. So definitely you need to write the code. So because if result equal to fail, upon this condition is met, you have to, it has to execute some piece of code, but we don't have any code to execute. So in such case, what we do, we write the pass like this. Using a pass keyword, you can just ignore whether code is written or not. Okay. So next thing is what? If result is fail, we just pass, it comes to end, it prints here. What it's going to print? Student name. Result is result, we have calculated false on the top. Then total marks we calculated here, the total mark comes here. Then grade is nothing but none. We have assigned none, so none will be printed. Okay, so this condition is wrong, we assume now. This result is what here, pass. then in such case where it comes to this part, else part. In the else part, once again we need to check, because the total marks can be 240 more than or equal to 240, or they may be less than 240 but more than 180 or equal to 180, or the condition is what, it may be sometimes less than 180 but it may be more than 150 or equal to 150, or else it may be less than 150, still the student has passed. So in such cases we go with the nested if else if ladder, and this is called as nesting. In one if condition we have written another if condition. This is called as nesting if conditions. See, if you have here result equal to fail, this is what pass we are writing, but in the else part what we write, other if condition we are writing. So therefore this is called as nesting of if conditions. Okay, in one if condition we are writing another if condition. This is called as nested if conditions. Then here what we do, if total marks greater than or equal to 240, then we write grade A. Suppose this is wrong, straight away you are not jumping into else part, because you have to evaluate other condition. What is the other condition? It is greater than or equal to 180. So therefore you write here elif total marks greater than or equal to 180, grade B you write. This may not be again correct. It may not be greater than or equal to 180. So it may be less than 180. In that case, it's going to evaluate this one, whether it is greater than or equal to 150. If it is more than 150 or equal to 150, it's going to be C. Else, this condition is also getting failed. So in such case, we don't have any other option. You have to come to the else. So therefore, what we write, grade equal to D we write. And at the end of this one, what we do, we print the name, the result, total marks, and grade. So like this piece of code is actually working. So this is, in this we are using an if condition, and other thing is what, we use if elif and a nested if condition also. Inside the if condition, in the else part, we are writing other if condition. So this is called as here nested if condition. Within one if condition, we write another if condition. So this is called as here nested if condition. So like this is calculating result, then similarly total marks, and other thing is what, grade.
Okay, thank you, Andy.